What if I told you that 95% of business failures happen because entrepreneurs think only one move ahead, while the most successful CEOs are already planning their next 5 moves? That mastering just 5 moves ahead could completely change how you play the game of business and life? Here's the brutal truth. Most people start businesses with passion and hope, but without strategy. They react to problems instead of anticipating them. They make decisions based on emotions rather than calculated moves. And that's exactly why 8 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 18 months. But what if there was a different way? What if you could think like a chess grandmaster in business? Today, I'm breaking down the game-changing book that separates million-dollar thinkers from everyone else. Enter Your Next 5 Moves. Master the Art of Business Strategy. The book that transforms how you think about building wealth and business success. This isn't just another entrepreneurship book filled with feel-good stories. This is a strategic playbook written by someone who's built multiple multi-million-dollar companies and knows exactly what separates winners from wannabes. The author breaks down the exact mental frameworks that billionaires use to make decisions, anticipate market changes, and build unstoppable business empires. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this book will revolutionize your approach to strategic thinking. Learn to anticipate problems before they happen and position yourself to win while others are still figuring out the game. Decision making. Master the art of making high-stakes decisions quickly and confidently, even with incomplete information. Team building. Discover how to identify, attract, and keep the right people who will multiply your success. Multiple income streams. Build a business that doesn't depend on you being there 24/7. Market positioning. Understand how to solve real problems people actually want to pay for. But here's what makes this book different. Unlike other business books that give you theory, this book gives you a step-by-step system. It's like having a personal mentor who's already made every mistake you're about to make and can guide you around the landmines. The author doesn't just tell you what to do. He shows you how to think. And once you change how you think, everything changes. Your decisions get better. Your problems become opportunities. Your competition becomes irrelevant. This book has already transformed thousands of businesses and created countless millionaires. But here's the thing. While you're watching this video, your competitors might be implementing these strategies right now. So, if you're ready to stop playing small, stop reacting to problems, and start building the kind of business that creates real wealth and freedom, then this breakdown is for you. I'm going to walk you through the 10 most powerful strategies from this book, complete with real-world examples of how companies like Amazon, Apple, and Disney have used these exact principles to dominate their industries. All right, let's dive into the first game-changing principle that separates strategic thinkers from everyone else. 1. Master self-awareness and know your identity. Before making any strategic business moves, you must understand your own strengths, weaknesses, values, and natural tendencies. Self-awareness forms the foundation of all effective decision-making because it helps you leverage what you do best while compensating for your blind spots. For example, Howard Schultz recognized early on that he wasn't naturally gifted at operations or finance, but he excelled at vision and culture building. Instead of trying to master every aspect of business, he focused on creating Starbucks' unique culture and customer experience while hiring strong operational and financial leaders to complement his skills. This self-awareness allowed him to build a global empire by playing to his strengths. 2. Think multiple moves ahead like a chess master. Strategic thinking requires anticipating consequences and planning several steps into the future. Every decision you make today should consider how it affects your position 3 to 5 moves down the line. This prevents reactive decision-making and helps you build sustainable competitive advantages. For example, when Amazon launched AWS, Amazon Web Services, in 2006, many saw it as a distraction from their core e-commerce business. However, Jeff Bezos was thinking multiple moves ahead. He anticipated that cloud computing would become essential, that it would provide high-margin revenue streams, and that the infrastructure Amazon built for itself could be monetized. Today, AWS generates the majority of Amazon's profits and gave them a massive competitive advantage in the cloud wars. 3. Understand and leverage different personality types. Success in business requires working effectively with diverse personality types. Understanding whether someone is detail-oriented or big-picture focused, introverted or extroverted, risk-averse or risk-seeking helps you communicate better, delegate appropriately, and build stronger teams. For example, Steve Jobs was known for his visionary, demanding personality, but he recognized he needed someone detail-oriented and operationally excellent to execute his vision. His partnership with Tim Cook exemplified this principle. Jobs focused on product vision and innovation, while Cook handled operations and supply chain management. This complementary relationship allowed Apple to scale from innovative startup to the world's most valuable company. 4. Build systems that scale beyond your personal involvement. True business success comes from creating systems and processes that can operate and grow without your constant oversight. This means documenting procedures, training teams, and building organizational structures that maintain quality and efficiency even when you're not directly involved. For example, Ray Kroc transformed McDonald's from a single restaurant into a global franchise by creating detailed systems for everything from cooking procedures to customer service standards. The McDonald's operations manual specified exactly how to prepare each item, how to interact with customers, and how to maintain cleanliness. These systems ensured consistent quality across thousands of locations worldwide, allowing the brand to scale rapidly while maintaining standards. 5. Master the art of effective decision-making. Great leaders distinguish themselves through their ability to make high-quality decisions quickly, especially under pressure or with incomplete information. This involves gathering relevant data, considering multiple perspectives, weighing risks and benefits, and taking decisive action while remaining flexible enough to adjust course when needed. For example, during the 2008 financial crisis, Brian Chesky of Airbnb faced the decision of whether to pivot their struggling business model or shut down. With limited data about market recovery and user behavior, he made the critical decision to focus entirely on improving user experience and building trust through their platform. He implemented host verification, professional photography services, and insurance coverage. This decision-making under extreme uncertainty transformed Airbnb from a failing startup into a $100+ billion company. 6. Develop multiple revenue streams and income sources. Relying on a single source of income or revenue creates dangerous vulnerability. Strategic business building involves identifying and developing multiple streams of income that can support each other and provide stability when one stream faces challenges. Example: Disney exemplifies this principle perfectly. They don't just make movies, they have theme parks, merchandise, streaming services, cruise lines, and licensing deals. When COVID-19 shut down their theme parks, their streaming service Disney Plus and merchandise sales helped offset losses. This diversification strategy has made Disney resilient through multiple economic cycles and industry changes. 7. Build and nurture strategic relationships. Business success is fundamentally about relationships. Strategic relationship building involves identifying key people who can help you achieve your goals, providing value to them first, and maintaining long-term mutually beneficial connections. This includes mentors, partners, customers, employees, and even competitors. Example: Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn, built his success through strategic relationship building. Before starting LinkedIn, he cultivated relationships throughout Silicon Valley by connecting people, sharing opportunities, and providing value without expecting immediate returns. When he launched LinkedIn, these relationships became his first users, advisors, and investors. His approach to relationship building became the foundation of a platform that now connects over 800 million professionals worldwide. 8. Identify and solve real market problems. Sustainable businesses are built on solving genuine problems that people are willing to pay to have solved. This requires deep market research, customer feedback, and the ability to identify gaps between what exists and what people actually need. For example, Sarah Blakely identified a real problem when she couldn't find pantyhose that looked good under white pants. Instead of just complaining, she researched the market, discovered that many women had the same problem, and created Spanx. She started with $5,000, no business experience, and no connections in the fashion industry. By focusing on solving a real problem that affected millions of women, she built a billion-dollar company. 9. Master the balance between speed and quality. In business, timing is crucial. Moving too slowly allows competitors to capture market share, but moving too quickly can result in poor quality that damages your reputation. The key is finding the optimal balance between speed to market and maintaining standards that build long-term customer loyalty. For example, Facebook's approach of move fast and break things allowed them to rapidly iterate and capture market share in social media. However, they balanced the speed with core quality standards around user experience and platform stability. When they needed to slow down to address privacy and security concerns, they adapted their approach to move fast with stable infrastructure. This balance between speed and quality helped them maintain market leadership while building a platform that serves billions of users reliably. 10. Develop leadership skills that inspire and retain talent. Your ability to attract, develop, and retain talented people ultimately determines your business success. This involves creating a compelling vision, communicating effectively, providing growth opportunities, and building a culture where people want to contribute their best work. For example, Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture when he became CEO in 2014. He shifted from a competitive, know-it-all culture to one focused on learning, collaboration, and empowerment. He invested heavily in employee development, encouraged experimentation, and created psychological safety for his teams. This leadership approach not only improved employee satisfaction and retention, but also drove Microsoft's stock price from around $30 to over $300, making it one of the world's most valuable companies. His leadership style attracted top talent and unleashed innovation across the organization. All right, let's be honest. We just covered a lot of game-changing strategies. But here's the thing. Information without implementation is just entertainment. So let me give you the ultimate cheat sheet that will transform everything you just learned into real results. But here's what happens when you actually implement these strategies. Your mindset shifts. You stop reacting to problems and start anticipating opportunities. You stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an owner. You stop playing small and start playing to win. Your business transforms. Instead of working on your business, you work on your business. Instead of chasing every shiny object, you execute with laser focus. Instead of competing on price, you dominate through strategy. Your life changes. You gain the freedom to choose how you spend your time. You build wealth that compounds while you sleep. You create something bigger than yourself that impacts others. Right now, you're at a crossroads. You have two choices. Choice 1, you can close this video, feel inspired for about 24 hours, then go back to doing exactly what you were doing before. You can keep reacting instead of strategizing. Keep hoping instead of planning. Keep dreaming instead of building. Choice 2, you can decide that today is the day you start thinking strategically. Today is the day you stop playing checkers while your competition plays chess. Today is the day you commit to mastering these principles and building the business and life you actually want. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one strategy from today's video, just one, and implement it in the next 48 hours. Maybe it's doing the self-awareness exercise to identify your true strengths. Maybe it's mapping out your next 5 business moves on paper. Maybe it's having that conversation with someone who could become a strategic partner. Don't try to do everything at once. Master one principle, see the results, then add the next one. This is how you build momentum. This is how you create lasting change. If this video added value to your business journey, here's what I need you to do right now. First, smash that like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more entrepreneurs who need these strategies. Second, subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'm dropping game-changing business content every single week. Content that your competitors probably won't see because they're too busy being busy instead of being strategic. Remember this: your next 5 moves determine your next 5 years. While everyone else is reacting to what happened yesterday, you're going to be prepared for what happens tomorrow. The question isn't whether these strategies work. They've been proven by thousands of successful entrepreneurs. The question is whether you'll work them. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Don't let them down. I'll see you in the next video, where we're diving deep into advanced negotiation tactics that can literally add zeros to your deals. Until then, stop thinking like everyone else and start thinking 5 moves ahead.